One last fun verification problem, ladies and gentlemen. So I think, obviously, we're going to work on the left-hand side, but let's just do one little move on the right. Let's take this 2 secant x and let's pop that secant x down to the bottom and make it 2 over cosine x, because we've got a cosine x over here. So that's just giving me a little hint. Let's get a common denominator on the left-hand side. So our common denominator is going to be cosine x times 1 minus sine x. So let's play the what's missing game. So we are missing a 1 minus sine x from here, which basically means we're going to square that top. We are missing a cosine x from here, which makes that cosine squared x. So now we've got 1 minus sine x squared plus cosine squared x. So let's use our algebra skills and let's expand 1 minus sine x quantity squared. So that's going to be 1 minus 2 sine x plus sine squared x plus cosine squared x all over cosine x times 1 minus sine x. Now, immediately what I see by Pythagorean identity, we have sine squared plus cosine squared, which is equal to 1. So we have 1 minus 2 sine x plus 1 over that common denominator. That just keep it coming. And keep it factored. Almost always it's best to leave our denominators factored. That will allow us to cancel possibly, which I think is going to happen here. So combining like terms, positive 1 plus 1 is 2 minus 2 sine x over cosine x times 1 minus sine x. The next thing I see is that the numerator has a greatest common factor. We can take out the 2, and when we do that, we have 2, which, remember, is what we want on the top. 2 times 2 divided by 2 is 1, minus 2 sine x divided by 2 is sine x, over the common denominator, cosine x times 1 minus sine x. And now that it is factored, we can actually cancel. Remember, you cannot cancel until you factor. So we factored, and we can cancel out the 1 minus sine over the 1 minus sine, leaving us with 2 over cosine x, which is exactly what we want.